Hello, my friends. Today I'm going somewhere that I've been wanting to check out for a while, and I just haven't made it there yet. It's the Pavilion Mall. Supposed to be one of the nicest malls anywhere in Asia, Southeast Asia, here in Malaysia for sure. Looks amazing. I've seen a couple videos on it, and yeah, it looks nice. So I'm gonna check it out. I want to get some AC today. It's hot, and yesterday I was probably outside for 8 hours. I'm exhausted today, and so I thought, let me do something that's air conditioning focused. A mall. So I'm in the Bukit Bintang area right now. This is a cool area. This is an area I'd like to stay. It's just like typically a little bit more expensive for the hotels. The accommodations are a little more expensive for what you get. It's easier for me to find a room like more in New Central or Brickfields area, sometimes like Bangsar area. I don't know, I found like cheaper accommodations, so I just stay there. But I'm actually moving. I'm gonna go to like Chow Kit area, which is nearby here, because I like Chow Kit as well. It's really nice. Okay, this is the Pavilion. All right, I wasn't even really sure exactly where it is. So I have to cross the huge street. Nice, let's check it out. Already hot. I realized I should have used the skywalk there because, I mean, it can just be a pain crossing some of these streets. You know, I really should cross and stand right there when I can, and then, yeah, complete the second half when it's clear. If it doesn't, you know, die down in 40 seconds, I'm going up to the skywalk because this has been a steady stream here. Let's see. I'm just impatient. I just need to be more patient. We made it. Let's hope that they have a decent food court in here too, because I'm pretty hungry, I'm not gonna lie. I assume there's a good food court in here. It looks huge. The place looks huge. I don't think I'll be doing any shopping. I don't think I'm gonna really buy anything necessarily. I could use a case for my phone. I have two phones and both of them don't have a case at this point, unfortunately. And it's a ticking time bomb, considering I've already dropped my other phone, my Galaxy phone, and it cracked like 2 days ago. Thankfully still works, but if I drop this iPhone, you know, it's a lot on the line. It's my recording camera. It's my everything right now. So I am going to be getting a different camera, like a GoPro or something, so I don't need to film with the iPhone all the time. But yeah, we're here. Pavilion Mall, super nice. Definitely like, not fancy, but a little bit, you know, super new, super contemporary, kind of high-end looking. Like even the shops that are not, you know, like a designer store, like it's just a Zara, but it's, you know, they designed it quite differently than a lot of the more simple Zara stores. So I always like Zara. I mentioned that in one of my other videos, but they only sold female clothing in the Zara, like in Bangsar, in one of the malls. And so that was surprising to me. Yeah, so many places, watches, clothes, Marc Jacobs. I mean, they probably have all of the, like, you know, famous brands here, I'd imagine. I don't know how high-end it gets. I know the TRX mall was very much like high-end, like only designer brands strictly, like very expensive ones. So I don't know, the TRX mall even seemed a little bit more luxury, high-end. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I think it's much newer, and that's like what they're going for, you know. But yeah, I won't be doing any of that type of shopping today. I am poor, so not today, folks. There's a lot of stores like this that, like, I don't know the brand. And they're like pretty big stores with like some decent looking clothes, like usually female clothing. But it seems like there's a lot of either local brands or maybe they're brands from Asia that I don't know, maybe from Europe. But like just a ton of different stores. We have Michael Kors. I mean, of course I know Michael Kors, but just look how they design like the display. You know, it just looks very high end, very contemporary. We have a little restaurant here, Paul. Who's Paul? Paul sounds like an American guy. Could be, might be. There's also Paul here. As Paul is getting around in this mall. Paul is really taking this mall. He's really taking the real estate of this mall. So what is this? Underpass to Fahrenheit. What's Fahrenheit? More stores. So it says more stores this way. I get, all the same mall, I believe. It's just huge, and so everything is like a bit connected. What's this? Oh, COS. COS is great. COS is like one of my favorite, more like Zara style, more like semi-fast fashion. Like keeping it relatively simple, but different cuts, I think they just kind of know what they're doing in terms of they're a little bit more fashion forward than maybe like H&M or something. I think COS does it the best when it comes to, almost like H&M, Zara stuff, but doing their own versions of it, a little bit higher quality, mid-level quality, but pretty solid. And the pricing is more like Zara, maybe even a little slightly higher, so it's not cheap, it's not budget, but it's not expensive either. So it looks like I just I just went the wrong way. Let's go back down. You can see just by like the list of stores here, it's a little out of hand. I don't know if that's all of the stores or not. It doesn't even look like, this looks like a small fraction of the stores. Pavilion Elite level 6 and 7, Pavilion Elite level 4 and 5. So I don't know if Pavilion Elite is just like certain stores pay more for that, or I don't know what it is, but this is actually interesting. This is different. Kind of like Crystal's home decor design. Not quite crystal, but almost just like some see-through, not glass either. I'm not sure what the material is, but it looks pretty cool. It's kind of unique. Have the Zeiss Vision Center. One thing I noticed here, and I even had a few comments about that, is the glasses, the eyewear is so cheap. Like to get prescription glasses, it's almost like terrifying how cheap it is. From what I remember, I want to say it was like $15 for a pair of glasses, $12, $13 for the frames and the prescription as well. They do the exam as well. Maybe $15, maybe max $20, but to me that's crazy. I mean, these glasses, it's a little over too much expensive. The frames, they're probably like $700 US. So it's kind of a lot, I think like 3,500 ringgit. But that's because I had money at the time and I was kind of seeking out like some cool different kind of frames. And I found this company, it's a Belgian brand, it's called Theo. And they make some very cool frames. I have another pair from them as well, and they're the actual, the middle part, the lens, the prescription part is also fairly scratch resistant, and like it's better than a lot of cheap glasses that I've had in the past. These are good. Lululemon is good. I know it's more known, at least in the US, it's much more like female centric. Women wear Lululemon, hot chicks wear Lululemon. It's like tight gym, like almost a yoga pant style. That's what most people know Lululemon as. But their men's stuff is actually fantastic as well. It's like a little bit pricey, but it's really good. Fits well, and it's comfortable. So I've literally had like 10 pairs of Lululemon pants. I would just wear every day like a different pair of black Lululemon pants for a long time. Then I got more into fashion and I was like, oh, this is basic. But yeah, comfortable, and especially for like gym, fitness attire, I think it's very good. So here's the actual directory. Holy hell. I mean, sorry, this is how many stores there are. That's crazy. That's crazy. Level 10. 10 levels? Dude, get out of here. Level 10? This is not a video game. 10th floor. 10th floor. Alright, let's go up. We're on the 3rd floor now. Yeah, I am hungry. After seeing some restaurants here, oh, I'm hungry. I wonder if they have a proper food court. I'd imagine that they do on one of the higher levels, 4, 5, 6, 7. Usually the food courts are more towards the top, but I noticed in Malaysia sometimes they're not. It's not like top floor only. Sometimes it's on, a few floors down. So I don't know. We'll see. I'll try and put that off till later. But if I really feel inclined, I will take a food break. So it's hard to tell. Looks like I can go through these doors, maybe back to the other part of the mall again. Can almost get lost in here, to be honest. This looks like some more traditional Muslim attire, but maybe contemporary versions of it. I actually don't know how it works too much with like Muslim clothing and fashion. Like, is there designers and some very high-end stuff, I'd imagine, who are using like some really good materials? I'm sure it's much different than like the super cheap stuff. Definitely let me know in the comments, those who are Muslim. I know a lot of you are. Like, what is the fashion culture like? And does it get super high-end and designer, same way as like, I don't know, like more typical fashion that I would wear and I'm used to? I'm very curious about that, actually. With Levi's. Very famous American brand. It's probably the most famous like jeans denim brand ever. Good price for what you get, for the quality and the cuts, many different cuts. So even people worldwide, everybody wants Levi's. Whether you're in Japan, wherever, like people very into fashion, they will go after vintage Levi's. And the price can go high for vintage stuff for sure, but yeah, good quality. Then Cotton On is more like lower end stuff, basics, not too expensive. I see that all the time in Southeast Asia, but I've never seen that in the US, I don't think. This might be electronics. Kind of head back to the other side. Let's see. Looks like some sportswear over here. I see Adidas, huge Adidas store, and Asics. I actually love Asics. I think Asics makes some of the coolest sneakers, trainers. And also, like, one of my favorite designers is Kiko Kostadinov. He does like a lot of Asics collaborations or just designing for them for some years now. And it's definitely much cheaper than like his actual brand of clothing or shoes, sandals, stuff like that. It's so expensive, but Asics never get too pricey, and so many different cool styles and colors and stuff like that, and they can fit in like a casual attire, not just like for the gym or fitness. I think I'm actually wearing right now no, these are not Asics. Are they Asics? See, I'm saying how much I like it and I don't even know. I'm going to compare it to the... It is. Must be. So stupid. I mean, to me... Don't know. I think they're Reeboks at the end of the day. Anyways. Let's see, we got Under Armour. Never got into Under Armour, but it seems so popular here. Also in like Pattaya or anywhere in Thailand, you see people wearing Under Armour everywhere. It's like the go-to attire, I feel like. I don't know why exactly. Maybe I need to try it out to really understand, right? Don't know. I mean, it looks like solid basic wear. And it looks pretty light and breathable. That's probably why people wear it here. It's so hot. See a National Geographic store. So I started walking to. I was very curious. But they even have like a little, installation. It's just like camping attire, kind of camping style stuff, hiking. That's cool. Interesting. I didn't even know they had a brand like that. Smart from them. I mean, that stuff is definitely trending and is very in. So very smart. I need to find some water. That's my next move here. I'm gonna find some water, find a toilet, and then I'll catch up with you guys. This floor looks kind of different. I mean, dining loft I think is up there, but this floor, it's like very high ceilings. So it gives you a very different feeling walking onto this floor. And the stores, they just look like so much bigger because of that. It's cool. I think it's nice they change it up floor to floor. The design is very different from store to store, you can see as well. What is this? Ogawa. Some kind of chairs? Is it a massage chair? Must be, right? I think so. So what's the total price? Kind of gives you a monthly price, It's 30,000 ringgit. I mean, it's not cheap. What, $700, $600 or so? Not super cheap. The gym, no, that's not a gym. They just sell like gym equipment. Home gym. Always wanted a home gym. I think someday I will have a house and a home gym, a home sauna, a cold plunge. Love to have all of that at home. I mean, obviously, but one day, goals. Looks like we have a Japanese place, Kampachi. Looks nice. And also Alamar, Lebanese cuisine. I love Lebanese food. Very, very much love like Middle Eastern food. It's been probably my favorite cuisine for many years. And it goes, a lot of my food allergies, I can kind of still eat like Middle Eastern food, and it's, a lot of meats and, not too bad. They don't use soy. Not too much sugar going on in their food as well, especially the savory stuff. They don't just like add sugar. They don't add too much like sourness. They don't really need to balance it with like sugar. So yeah, I've always been drawn to Middle Eastern food. And living in Berlin, there's just like some very good, authentic like Lebanese and Turkish food, and so I ate it every day. I would eat shawarma every day, kufta kebab, stuff like that. It's delicious. Hummus, which doesn't agree with me so well, but I love it. Still didn't find a water or a toilet. I'm sure I can get water one of these places, but I came up to this floor and I was like, well, I gotta turn the camera on. This floor is like different. I don't know. Like I said, gave me a different feeling when I stepped onto this floor. It's the high ceilings. This says Tokyo Street. Well, gotta check that out. Let's see. Hello, how are you? Jintel, health, love, life. Seems like there's a lot of these places, kind of like, almost like wellness focused, like, I guess massage chairs and treadmills, like, kind of go hand in hand to them. It's like somebody who would like one would like the other. Massage chair, it's maybe for recovery. I don't know. For me, it's more just like relaxation, more pleasure. It's not like much more than that, I think. What is this here? It's an interesting store. Mokoff, Valor, France. I don't know, I just saw the bunny rabbit, like plush toy or looking thing in there, and it caught my eye. So that's all they need to do to attract me to the store. Put some freaking, like, I don't know, weird bunny rabbit. No, service lift. Okay, it's Tokyo Street. What? I don't know what this is. I guess a bunch of like Japanese food, right? Okay. So it very much looks like a traditional food court or something, or I guess maybe what, like a Japanese styled food court would look like. I mean, I've never actually been to Japan. To me, a food court is oftentimes in Asia, at least oftentimes in Thailand, it's like each place looks the same. It's designed the same. It just sells different food. And usually they have like one of each type of food there, you know. So this is a cool store. Gachapon and like, you know, Gundam and different toys. Always interested in that stuff. Can't buy anything right now, but sometimes it's cool to just look around in there. Actually, none of this is food, weirdly enough. It's like, you know, plants. See this little guy? I don't know what character this is, but I do see this some places. There's some food over there. Looks like the food is not too expensive. 43 ringgit for a full plate. You know, $8 or so, $9. So yeah, these are not mostly food. It's more like you know, little, like, I don't know what I would call it, kind of tourist goods, or yeah, hard to say. You know, I feel like there's a lot of this style of mall and markets around, you know, like a central market. It's not Japanese, but it's that same style. It's stall to stall selling different things like tourist stuff. I did say I need a phone case. Honestly, I'm just looking for one that's probably cheap and clear. I don't really need anything too fancy. It's pretty cool though. There's this Daiso, Japan. Maybe it's I don't know, maybe it's like a popular shop in Japan. Sukiya, all you can eat sukiyaki and shabu shabu. Buffet style. So for the all you can eat, it's like, wow, not too bad. $8. Not too bad. $8 for buffet lunch. Of course, big part of Japanese culture is the games, the vending machines, the gashapon style stuff. Usually I would equate Japanese food with being pricey. It usually is. Of course, there's many different levels to it, quality levels and everything, but mostly everywhere when you find Japanese food, it's pricey. You know, sushi is pricey always. If it's any good, right, then it's going to cost you some money. But the prices here are not too bad. It's pretty reasonable. Cheaper than like you would see Japanese food in the US or even in Thailand. It's often quite pricey, you know, especially sushi. Wow, what a huge store. Parks and Elite. It's a huge store. I mean, it doesn't interest me. It's like another housewares and home goods. It doesn't really interest me too much. I did want to go up the stairs. Are we on the top floor? I suppose we're on the top floor. But then again, there's two buildings, right? So maybe I can cross over to the other building and see. We'll see if there's another. First, I'm gonna get water, like I said, because otherwise I'm gonna pass away. I'm doing that right now. It says, welcome to Pavilion Elite. So we can see what this is all about. Not gonna lie, I still didn't get water. I just asked at 3 different places and the cheapest one was 8 ringgit for a bottle of water. Usually it's around 150 or so. This is the problem when you get to like a high floor on a mall. It's always like that. Even in the less fancier malls, I found it's like you're paying 5 ringgit for a bottle of water. They're just pretty much like, you have nowhere else to go. You have nowhere else to get it. You want to go outside the mall to get a freaking bottle of water? No, you're going to give us 8 ringgit. But I'm not going to do it. I'm not doing it. I know it's not crazy expensive. It's still like just under $2. Oh, Lego store. I love it. Nice. Have a huge Lego store in New York City also. I used to love Legos. I used to build Legos every day growing up. It was like, that was the toy that I was most fascinated by, I would say. Legos. And then things like Gundam and Warhammer. I was really infatuated with those as well. But yeah, again, $2, it's not the end of the world for a water, especially in America. You could easily pay that, but when you know they're 1 ringgit 50, like 30 cents, it makes it hard to do it. So I'm gonna use the toilet and then I'm gonna find a damn water. Tasty treats, level 7, okay. Okay, I can't say no to a tasty treat. So we got some Chinese food here. Smells like Chinese food, strong. Not sure if I'll be able to find like actual Malay food here. Typically in malls, it's more a mix of like Western and Chinese food, Korean food, Japanese food. That's what they usually cater to in a mall. I think even locals go to a mall to eat those styles of food. I'm surprised to see not too many like food courts with all Malay food though. I'll say in New Central there is like some decent food for me. I still don't think it compares to like a lot of the food that I've had, like the nasi kandar places and stuff like that. I don't think it compares, but I haven't tried food court in any other mall, just the New Central Mall. I've had like 2 different places and they were decent. They were pretty good. I'm sure there is some really good food court food in Malaysia, because there is in Thailand, and some of my commenters, some of my subscribers said that there is really good food in the malls here in Kuala Lumpur. So yeah, probably just have to try some more. It's also places I find can be somewhat hit or miss depending on the time of day. It definitely does affect the quality of the food and the experience, like what time you go. I don't know exactly when is the best time to go usually. I actually wanted to refer to you guys to see if, like, is there a best time to go to like a mamak style shop where you're going to get the freshest, like recently cooked food? Or is it just different for every place depending on how quickly they run out? That's what I wonder, is like 1 p.m., 2 p.m., because to me that seems like a safe time to go and usually get some very like fresh food. But I will go sometimes 6 or 7 p.m. where you would think like, oh, this is prime time, and maybe it's like not as fresh. So I really don't know, especially like even sometimes at night at 3 in the morning in the middle of the night, sometimes it's like super fresh and very good and like better than more like peak times that I would expect. So I haven't figured that part out yet. So let me know in the comments when is the best time to go eat in more mamak style places. That's almost always where I'm eating. Typically not eating at restaurants like this, Oh, this is a quiet floor up here. The Grand Imperial, that looks fancy. This little bar looks fancy. Interesting. I think this is the last floor. No, there's more. At this point, I'm just trying to get to the top floor just to see, just to do it, Probably a cinema on the top floor. There's almost always a movie theater at the top. In America, we call it a movie theater, and pretty much everywhere else, it's called a cinema. Oh, thanks. Hot pot. Haidilao Lao hot pot. The woman was asking me if I want to come into the restaurant immediately. I was kind of cornered on the escalator. Haidilao. She's a real saleswoman. She's getting to the people before they even get into the mall, barely. It's pretty funny. Wow, unlimited karaoke monthly pass. Could you imagine getting a monthly pass at the mall for the karaoke? I mean, it might be fun. It might be cool. It's just hilarious. Redbox Plus. I mean, that's a movie theater. Is that a movie theater? Redbox. What is that? I mean, it looks more like a bar to me. Oh, man. Okay, maybe that's not a movie theater at all. Redbox Plus. What is that? Oh, no, that's the karaoke place. Okay. All right, so see, yeah, I guess maybe in some places it's like, forget the cinema, let's do karaoke. I bet there's also a cinema somewhere else in this mall. It's so big, I have no idea. I also have no idea like which areas I didn't see yet. But I'll probably end up getting food somewhere. I'll do another pass through like of the food spots and see if something sticks out to me, and if not, we'll just go somewhere nearby, because there's also so much food nearby in this neighborhood, in places I haven't tried because I don't usually stay over here, and like some popular spots. So I will say I went to Nasi Kandar Saddam. You probably will already have seen that video. If not, go check it out. I definitely already uploaded it if you're seeing this now. But yeah, that was like some of the best Nasi Kandar I've had. Maybe some of the best food I've had here in Malaysia so far. Okay, let's maybe go one more down, and then maybe I can cross over. This is the elite zone still. I think only the elite zone has like the extra floors, like maybe 4, 7, 8, 9. I think only elite zone. That's kind of what it looked like from that map, and then also it looks like that now. Because I was in the other part and you couldn't go up anymore. But Toys R Us, again, like one of my favorite stores growing up. You know, I would just, especially when I was very young, I would go in there with my family and I would just be screaming, I want this, I want this, I want this. I couldn't get any of it because we were very poor, but I was still, for whatever reason, I just would point and cry and say, I want this. Yeah, sounds entitled, but I was just a little child and I wanted toys and I couldn't really get them. Okay, yeah, not sure what's going on over here. So this little restaurant, chocolate cafe. So yeah, like I said, it's easy to get lost in here or just not really know which way that I came. I'm not sure. I think we're actually on floor 11. Sorry, 7. I literally was looking at this as I said it, but that's 7. Okay, I think I need to go down one more in order to actually get like back to sort of where I was. Interesting. What is this? Is it Japanese? I think it is because of the branding. I think it must be. Solding. Could be Chinese. Who knows? I want some water. And I don't want to pay 8 ringgit for it. I want some water. I'm willing to pay maximum 4 ringgit. Let's see, I'm gonna find some water. I know, how many times am I gonna say? You should count. Let me know how many times I said that I'm gonna get water and then didn't. I'm starting to feel parched. I'm starting to feel very parched. Where the hell am I? Let's see, maybe this way, right? It's so hard to tell. I feel like this, maybe? I don't know. Anyways, we're gonna walk this way. This is that fitness concept store over there. That's where they were selling the like treadmills and stuff. So I think I was on the other side before. So that's cool. That's cool. We haven't been to this little part yet, but it's all the same stores from what we saw on the other side. Interesting. I don't know, it's like this area doesn't even seem necessary, but I guess it's just connecting the two like sides of the mall. There's really not anything else like going on in this little middle area. I don't know. What an interesting layout. Oh, I see a escalator up to the dining loft. Okay, now we're making progress, because that's kind of right up my alley with what I want. Dining lofts, check it out, see? Nice. Ooh, okay, and here we go. Here's the cinema, the Daddy Cinema. Daddy. Actually, I was looking up movie times, like over in New Central, and they didn't have as many movies. This one looked like it had a few like different ones as well, but there still was nothing that great out at the moment that I want to see. I mean, there's literally like a Gundam movie at one movie theater that I considered to go watch, but I didn't do it. But if anything, that's what I would watch. Let's see, Dining Loft Precinct. We have some roast duck, Japanese charcoal grill, al halabi. Okay, probably some Middle Eastern food, right? Fish steamboat. Don't know. Sarai group. And then Tanyu grilled fish. Okay, all right. Yeah, I guess there's no like actual food court. I'd say it's more restaurant focused. I just tend to avoid the restaurants because you usually pay more for what you get, and I'm usually by myself. You know, if I'm with people, I will go to a restaurant more likely. Then it's very nice to just sit down and have conversation. You can sit there for a long time. You can sit there for 2 or 3 hours. But I'm usually in and out. I like to just eat my food. Al halabi. Let's just take a little peek. See what they have. Fatah hummus. Delicious. Very delicious. Not too expensive. I mean, let's see, 25 ringgit for most of these like plates. They are kind of appetizers, but let's see. The lamb, 50 ringgit. That's not bad. Pretty good. How are you? Again, I'm just not looking to sit down at a restaurant at the moment. They're all pretty empty. Fairly empty, which is a good thing when trying to record video. I hate sitting down, setting up the camera, and like eating, especially eating with my hands. Even though it's normal here, it's just like trying to work the camera and like eat as well. And I don't know, thinking about like many people around me, like a full place watching me. It's a little bit much. I'm getting used to it, and it's not a huge deal, but yeah, it's better the more quiet it is. I will say that. Most likely we'll end up going out of the mall to get some food. Here, I'm gonna see like what does a water bottle cost at this place, for example. Hello, do you have a bottled water? Here, boost, thank you. Okay, let's see. Maybe we get it here. It's like a smoothie place. I bet it's cheaper for water here than the fancy spots. Not sure. #2 ringgit. Very good. Very good. Just as I talk about like people looking at me while I'm filming, I do something that's like pretty much says, "Look at me, folks." Every time I pull one of those, filming while drinking the water, everybody's like, "What the hell is this guy doing?" Hey, if they see the final product, if they see the finished video, it comes together. If you just see a guy with a camera in front of his face chugging a water going down an escalator with no context, it's very funny. I understand that. Very funny. Ooh, what's this? I don't know that I've been to this little area. What is this? Oh, it's like a Ghostbusters. Okay, so that's the cinema right there. It's just the one floor down. But it's like set up for Ghostbusters. Maybe I should check out the new Ghostbusters movie. The ratings look like mid-level. Looks decent. But not crazy good. Same like the Godzilla and Kong. Like, I'm not that interested, but I could watch it, you know? I think it would be like decent, not bad. Oh, you know what? They have The Boy and the Heron. Ooh, that would actually be what I would watch. Oh, wow, okay. That's probably what I'll go see. I'll probably go see a movie in the next day or two, and that's what it will be. Ah, that's perfect. That's perfect. Yeah, I like anime. I'm not an anime nut. I'm not like a super fan, but nowadays I'm tending to watch like more anime than like regular TV shows or movies. But at the moment I don't watch too much of anything. I don't really follow too much of anything, so it's more once in a while. But that would be a great watch. I mean, the trailer looks great. The animation looks amazing. So that'd be cool. All right, I'm gonna head down. We've pretty much seen most of this mall at this point. I'm gonna do a quick search of like what food I can find in the area, and I'm gonna pop over and eat something. Okay guys, so I actually ended up asking the police officer who I just saw, like, hey, is there a good like nasi kandar, good Malay food nearby, maybe outside the mall? He's like, what about inside the mall? I said, yeah, also inside the mall if there is one. I said, I kind of looked around. I said, I'm not really sure, maybe I missed. And he's pointing me in this direction, which is exactly what I was talking about, is a food court, a proper food court. Yeah, I mean, I tend to miss things a lot. I always do. It's better to just ask somebody and you will get what you need. Food Republic, see, it's like just a proper food court. So let's see what they have. He said there's actually 2 spots. He said there's like a nasi kandar spot and another one as well. So let's see. Hot plate, kung pao beef. No, I'm gonna look for the more. Oh, I think he said the other one is nasi padang. I don't know what is nasi padang, but I think it's this place, Malayu and Padang. I'm gonna see what it looks like, what kind of food. Oh, it looks like they have a ton. Oh yeah, see the food in this food court is probably fantastic. Maybe I'll just get this one. Seems like they have quite a lot. Hello. I'm just gonna take a quick look around because since I just got over here before I commit. Thai cuisine. I've had so much Thai food in Thailand. It's like I'll never get Thai food here. Maybe after a few months I will crave it. But Kenchan curry. Hi, how are you? Okay, Japanese food. Dubai. Okay. Yeah, I think that Padang spot looks the best so far. Yang Tao Fu, Western cuisine. Another thing I don't really eat too much of is like Western food. Hello. If I cook it, yeah, I always cook Western food. Like fusion. I cook fusion, Asian and Western style. Nyonya, veggie. I don't really like vegetarian food because I like to eat a lot of meat. I used to do the carnivore diet for a long time, just eating strictly meat, actually. It's quite healthy. You should look into it. But it sucks to not have any carbs. Okay, so this is the nasi kandar spot, actually. To my understanding, and for what I'm told, like nasi kandar is typically mixing the sauces, mixing up the curries, right? Which I don't really do too much because I don't eat rice, It's also like a nasi lemak place. Hello, how are you? That's okay, thank you. I also don't really do nasi lemak because I don't eat rice and I don't eat fried food. But okay, let me see. Hello. Maybe I will get this spot. Maybe I'll grab like a chicken curry, a mutton curry. I think that, I'm not sure. I'm not really 100% which is which. These ones typically have a bit of like sweetness in the sambal, so I don't really eat sambal much. I do like Indonesian sambal because it's not sweet and it's more spicy, but do we do this spot or the nasi padang place? Let's see. I do get the cabbage. They have a lot of veggies, which is good. All right, I might do this so I can have some veggies and then some curry. Let's do that. We got it. So we have some beef curry, chicken curry, cabbage, greens, and 2 fried eggs. It's nice to see fried eggs for a change instead of I'm always eating like hard-boiled eggs, which I also like. But yeah, this looks good. This was 32 ringgit total, so like $6.50 total. It's not too bad. Actually, pretty good price, fair price. Only maybe a few ringgit more than it could be like outside of a mall. or similar. So yeah, I'm happy with that. I want to wash my hands first. Let me ask, where can I wash my hands?
Let's say.
Okay, thank you. I just need to clean my hands because they're filthy. I don't even know. I don't know where he pointed me to. He pointed in a direction I don't see anything like a sink or anything. Unfortunately. Hi, sir. Where can I wash my hands? Sink. Ah, thank you. Well, that makes sense. Okay, let's try. So yeah, no bones. Very tender beef. You can tell how tender it is, like, immediately. Let's see. A little cabbage as well. That's quite good. That's different. Reminds me more like roast beef. Let's try the greens. Wow. Extremely tender greens as well. Different flavors than I'm used to. This is very different like flavor profile than a lot of the nasi kandar you would eat here. I don't know. It's not spicy. You know, this, you don't really get any like I don't know, like chili flavor even too much, and it's not too fragrant. It's more. I mean, let's try the chicken. But I got more taste of the beef than anything. Oftentimes you get like some very fragrant, heavily spiced stuff, more so. Yeah, same with the chicken. They're like a very light curry. Not thick. Probably doesn't really use much tomato like sauce or paste. Maybe they don't use any kind of paste. They don't use any yogurt, nothing to really thicken it. So you mostly taste the meat. Let's try the fried egg too. Very good. Yeah, it tastes really clean. I'll say that. I think I'm gonna pour the curries into the plate so that I get a little bit more sauce with the bite. Very good. Definitely recommend it. Not bad. Definitely better than the like the mall food I had at New Central for me. Nice. That was very good. I have to give that something like a 7.5 or 8 out of 10. That was nice. And a very different flavor profile. Like I said, it's more clean. It's more, it's a little bit less intense, the flavors. I think because it's a food court and it's like a very, it's touristic. It's a lot of people not from here. I think people tend to maybe not want to make it overly spicy or overly aromatic or too much of any one thing, It's easier to please a lot of people just making like very tender meats and like tender food, cooked well, but just not overly seasoned or spiced. But it was refreshing because I'm always eating every day like similar dish, but completely different flavor. So yeah, that was actually refreshing, and also nice to have the fried eggs. Yeah, I'd recommend it. Next time I'll try the nasi padang place. What is nasi padang? It's different? I don't know, but looked good. Also looked up my alley. There's a Mercado store here. I know Mercado as a, like, in New York at least, it's a delivery service where you can deliver your groceries from many different grocery stores, pretty much any grocery store that participates. But here it's like its own store. I assume you can deliver it as well. I assume it's the same brand. It has to be the same company. It couldn't be two separate. Maybe. I don't know what Mercado means. It definitely means something in a foreign language. So I could be wrong. But yeah, maybe the same brand, but like its own store here. And maybe they have their own store in New York as well. I'm not familiar with it. But yeah, nice place. Nice mall. They have pretty much anything in terms of shopping, like clothes that you would want, and like home goods, home decor. And now I'm seeing like a lot of like few shops with selling like herbs and stuff like that. So that's cool. And a lot of food too, a lot of different types of food. I've seen this Hokkaido baked cheese tart in like a couple different areas. You see another Thai mall herbs. I might have to check it out. I might have to see if they have like neem. I've been wanting to get some neem, like morinda, which is like Morinda citrifolia. It's like from the noni fruit, but it's quite powerful for the stomach. Yeah, let me take a gander in here. I might have to ask them because there's so much different products. Well, that guy quite angrily told me to stop filming and pointed me to the sign that says no filming, no pictures. And I said, you know, I'm sorry. And I asked him for a few different herbs. He's like, no. And so I just left. I don't know. I don't think they actually had them, but whatever, right? Whatever. Yeah, all right. I think I did this mall justice. We got a nice meal at the end. I feel good. I'm gonna head home. Well, folks, we have some seriously intense rain here. Like very, very heavy. Yeah, difficult, but I think I can still get to the train on the skywalk without really needing to go outside. I'm not 100%, but I will say that I refuse to walk anywhere out there at the moment. Even with an umbrella, this is some heavy rain. Unexpected. From right here, it's pretty nice. I love the sound of rain. I know we have some thunder going on. Yeah, but if you're stuck out there, or if you need to get somewhere, it's a problem. It's a problem.